really, this is what I would have done.
I hate that
All right,
shit.
listen, I would have
Don't
made
sit
an
'em.
announcement. I've got 38. I want you guys to throw your bottles now as I score another 12. Throw them right at me.
As he's being
as
as
I'm dribbling,
filled, he's still
hit me
just
with bottles.
And you see him
Scoring
going
on
over
you.
to the Cleveland bench and just shit-talking them during the game? He don't play.
Yeah.
LeBron doesn't play.
And I hate to tell Cleveland, but you know what the real problem is? If you look at it from his point of view, right? You take his 38 points and you put it on the other team, they win, right? They're a one-man team with LeBron. So LeBron's like, what, 25 years old? And he goes, so what do I keep on losing championships here as a one-man team, scoring 50 points a night? Then they start to blame me for not winning.
Yeah.
Or do I go someplace and try to win? You know? I mean, the choice is clear. I think any of us would have made it.
Miami or Cleveland? Gee, I don't know. Where's the fucking chicks hotter? Miami or Cleveland? Any place over Cleveland. And I love Cleveland.
You
Big
do
fat
well in
pussy.
Cleveland, though,
Dude,
Jimmy.
I fuck everything
Jimmy
in
does well in
Cleveland.
Cleveland, does.
Cleveland and Boston.
Very well.
I just take my dick out when I get to the state line. We're city line, of course, because they're not states.
Hey, Joey Pants is outside the studio.
Why?
yeah.
We got to get Dennis out of here. He's got a big day.
All right, guys.
Tonight, Ridgewood Bookends.
Tonight I'm at Ridgewood Bookends. Tomorrow I'm...
And you
I
didn't...
can't remember anything.
Barnes & Noble here or
No,
Borders?
Wednesday night is Barnes & Noble in Manhattan, and tomorrow night is Long Island,
Oh, I know.
Huntington, Long Island.
Go to my restaurant.
What restaurant?
F.H. Riley's. You'll have... I'm telling you, good food.
F.A. Trolley's.
It's right down the street from where you're going to be, a block away.
Yeah, but you know how I'm going to be delivered there in a truck. Get out,
It's
start
fine.
signing, take
It's totally
pictures.
fine. Yeah, Dennis did not write a book. That's what he wants people to know.
Yeah, this is not a book. Do not be intimidated. This is a comedy pamphlet with giant pictures. Listen, all you're going to do is laugh It'll take you 12 minutes to read this book. If it takes you, tell you what, if it takes you longer than 12 minutes to read this book, I'll give you money back.
Wow, there you go.
All right? 12
That's
minutes.
a deal.
Dennis
a deal.
Leary, a Packers fan.
Guys.
I'm not going to forget now.
Guys,
Thank you.
can I just say one other thing?
Please be nice.
Douchebags and Donuts, January 16th, Comedy Central. Me, Lenny Clark, Adam Ferrara, and Whitney Cummings. It's to benefit the Leary Firefighters Foundation. There'll be a brief number. It's not a telethon. There'll be a brief commercial with a number on it that you can call to donate. Otherwise, it's an hour and a half of really funny shit.
Oh, very
So
cool.
that's the other thing I'm pushing. All right?
Very cool. Dennis Leary.
Guys, I'll see you soon.
Dennis, thank you, man.
Joey Pants next. Joey. So busy today. Joey! What's up, Joey?
There he is. Hello, sir.
How are you, Joey?
How are you?
Look more and more like Steve Buscemi.
Yeah, I'm trying.
I got a hug from Joey. Look at the freaking tomato sauce.
Girls like him.
Hello, sir.
We were smelling the tomato sauce.
Yeah. Here's Joey. Finally on the show.
What are we looking for?
Peppy.
My partner, Pep.
Who's Pep?
Where's the pep? Let's talk to the
Well,
pep.
he's the guy that probably, knows everything about sauce.
Maybe Joey knows about the sauce.
Joey's the figurehead. He's the face.
Yes, that's right. He knows about the
He's
sauce.
the
Hey, Pep,
face.
you came up with the recipe,
Yeah,
or
that
did
looks
Joey?
like the guy.
No, it's all good.
Here, sit down over here, Pep.
We grew up together.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's like...
he's got a
Never mind.
restaurant in Carmel, very successful. Are we on radio?
Come on.
We got to
Yeah,
one
we
time
just-
for that.
I'm not going to tell you stuff that's not going to help.
We just let it roll.
I don't know if that's a compliment or not.
You know, I want the audience to know. Peppy, look, I started, no kidding me too, about 3 years ago when I was diagnosed with clinical depression after getting slammed with this depression. I didn't want to live anymore, and I couldn't understand why I had achieved everything in life that I thought was going to make me
How
happy.
long ago was this?
3.5 years ago.
Like 3.5 years ago?
Yeah.
Out of nowhere?
Out of nowhere.
Did you just basically start feeling bad, or all of a sudden it just hit you like one day?
No. Looking back at my life, it started creeping in since 9/11.
Oh, wow.
And then it got to the point where I couldn't brush my teeth. I couldn't get out of bed, and all I could think about was killing myself.
Wow.
And I was having arguments with myself, saying, "What's the matter with you? I mean, what is it that you need? Do you need anything more, bigger, larger? You got everything you wanted. You listened to Joseph Campbell." So anyway, I got
If you're
diagnosed.
saying this sauce fixes clinical depression,
gonna
I
be-
swear to God.
You might fix the world.
100% of the profits
He's gonna fix the world.
of the sales of this sauce
Now
go
that makes
to
sense.
No Kidding Me too. Peppy doesn't need any more money. He's got restaurants and bakeries in Carmel, well, you tell him, Pep.
Looks like he cracks a few ankles and kneecaps.
Yeah,
when he
we
gets
don't
to
want to
the
mess with Carmel.
That's two.
Yes.
Carmel doesn't play.
He looks like the brother from Godfather 2.
Oh, yeah.
Between the brothers, Kay.
Yeah.
We're actually I'm producing a reality show around him where he's the godfather of Carmel.
I believe it.
That's it.
That
It's coming
works.
up.
You don't have to convince
Coming up.
us. Carmel's a
works.
beautiful place, by the way.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Carmel, Pebble Beach.
Sure. are.
Beautiful.
I'm going to knock on your door next time I'm out there.
Nice.
Check out some sauce.
Our product line wants to be sort of a new version of Newman's Own, where Joey and I are not in it for the money for ourselves. It's really all the profits would go toward Joey's foundation, No Kidding Me Too.
And then we use that money. I make movies. I just made the movie No Kidding Me Too. 6 people talking about their different brain styles and how they didn't know they had a mental uneasiness. See, it's not like it's mental disease. It's something that's bouncing around your head that's troubling you. It could be a post-traumatic stress disorder. The movie was taken to, I was invited to Iraq, showing it to the troops because we are experiencing about 25 suicides a day in our military.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's been 4,300 men and women killed in battle since this war started. There have been 44,000 suicides.
Seriously?
Yeah, so talking to your friend, to your battle buddy, sharing your feelings, you're as sick as your secrets, getting the secrets out so that your thoughts are no longer living in your head.
Did you figure out what caused it in you? Was it just 9/11 or was it
There's a lot of things. You know, post-traumatic stress, growing up in Hoboken, being beat up at the time I was 4 or 5 years old, things that were unresolved. The fact that I had learning disabilities and that I couldn't read. I didn't learn to read until I was 18 years old.
Wow.
I had to have my sister read the high school play to me and then help me to memorize the parts so I could pretend that I was auditioning. See, and that's what brings me to the Audible. Audible asked me to do this new book, A Narrow's Gate. And while I was doing that, because of my dyslexia, all of these old feelings started to kick up. What normally takes an actor 6 days to do an entire book took me 25 days.
Wow.
And I couldn't, I was so depressed and upset with myself because it felt like I was that 8-year-old kid again. And it was these people at Audible who didn't fire me, that kept me going, that encouraged me, and then said, you know what, over a third of America are functionally illiterate. They don't know how to read. And me acting, I was acting this book. I was playing these parts. There was no other actors to bounce off or studio. It was me in a room half this size. And creating characters. I play about 35 different characters. So Audible is now giving a division. They're starting 4 people like me, getting actors of my quality, to play these parts so people who can't read can hear these books read with emotion and with feeling. And they're allowing me, they're going to let me read my New York Times bestseller. I pitched you guys a while ago, Who's Sorry Now, about growing up in Hoboken. And then I'm doing a new book, which is called Asylum, Tales from the Great Depression for Weinstein. So I'll do both those books audibly, on audible.com. You just go click a book.
Oh, we're part of audible.com.
Oh, you are?
Oh,
Do you think that being not reading and having your sister read those plays to you, do you think in a way it helped you as an actor because it really forced you to listen? I mean, you're forced to listen.
My doctor said that I took what was very painful experiences and sublimated them into a career, into a craft. Because not only was the reading disability, but all of these emotions that still lived in me that would make me upset and cry and whatever, I could then sublimate them into the characters I was playing.
And no amount of success. See, it's not rational. There's no success took that away.
I had no idea he was suffering from depression.
I didn't either.
No, but that's the thing is I'm not anymore.
Not anymore. I understand that.
They taught us the learning aspects of this is phenomenal. Instead of alcohol and drugs, now I turn to yoga and I exercise. I talk to my family. I talk to my doctor. If there is something bothering me, I say it. I let it out of me. I let people know how I feel, so that way it's not eating away at me.
And I always thought you were a good actor. Now I understand your role.
I'm just crazy. I'm just a crazy bastard.
I understand the role on The Sopranos now. So it's just you getting some depression out.
That's right. And now, we're going to Hoboken tomorrow because Boys and Girls Club is going to give Pepe and Pants a key to the city. And those kids, I grew up in the projects. My father had a heart attack when I was 10 years old, and we wound up on welfare, living in the projects, getting my butt kicked yet again.
Oh, man.
But it was Boys and Girls Club that enabled me to get some help reading, enabled me to be able to talk. So tomorrow when we meet these kids, they're actually bringing the kid that lives in the apartment that I lived on when we were on welfare. If I can show them that a guy like me who's from the projects followed his bliss, followed his dream, and was able to do something about it, they have a shot too.
Geez, you got a lot of giving back to do.
Yeah.
It's like you really are doing a lot.
That's why the sauce is.
I know.
You got the sauce happening.
Of course.
You know, and the sauce is...
Peppy and pants.
You bring enough for everybody there?
Yes.
Yeah, we got
this stuff goes on hamburgers. Peppy eats them on hot dogs. Right?
Really? I would just...
Peppy doesn't want to talk about his sauce.
Call me silly. I'd go do some, maybe spaghetti with it. Some pasta.
A little pasta.
Stick with the old-fashioned grandma's cooking.
What are you making tomorrow, Pep?
We're doing the penny alla vodka with pancetta and peas.
Damn.
Oh, that is
little
good
meatballs
stuff.
on the side.
Sure.
We're cooking for 300 people tomorrow night, the Hoboken Boys and Girls Club.
You have to do the cooking still, or do you get the recipe?
I got to cook
Get the
tomorrow
recipe
night.
to somebody else.
Well, we try and keep it authentic.
Yeah, right on.
Well, Leo's, you know, in Hoboken, they're going to be, we're using their kitchens, and they're going to be doing the cooking.
Yeah, they're going to help us out.
You know, it's
I love Hoboken, by the way.
So do I.
God damn, what a nice area.
I still have my apartment.
Really?
Rent control. Don't tell anybody. Mayor's giving us the key out. If you don't know, I'm still rent control. You can't get a parking spot for that price.
Do you tell people what you pay? I would love to know. I love when you find out someone has an amazing apartment and they're paying $100 a month or something.
No, $19.75 a month is what I pay.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
What do you do?
Honeymoon is price.
What do you do if you have moments of depression now? Do you just pick up the phone?
That's exactly what I do.
And
I also use the 12-step program. That's really saved me because of the spiritual aspect. It's that I'm powerless. I know now that when the depression comes into me, there's nothing I can do physically to make it go away. I'm powerless over it, and it's going to pass.
You got to ride it out.
Ride it out. Don't go around it. Go through it.
Right the fuck through it.
Did you?
Right the fuck through it. I can say fuck.
Oh yeah. Let's go, Joey.
Best behavior for crying out loud.
Let's get something
Satellite.
Now you can talk. That's why it's been so quiet.
I was afraid one was going to slip out.
Fire it up.
It'd be great if that's all Peppy did now was talk. Eat the fucking sauce or
Peppy,
crack
they
your
gave
fucking
you the
skull.
spot. They said, okay, Pep, talk about the sauce. And you just stared at them like a deer in the headlights.
Curse.
Now he's going to open up. Well, you can put it on fucking meatballs or fucking pasta or fucking hot dogs.
Yeah, Peppy
Guys from Jersey, we can't talk without cursing.
No,
I
believe me.
understand that, Peppy.
Did you drink? Or was that?
You said alcohol and drugs, right?
Listen, my first drug of choice was food. I was overweight. Then I wanted to get skinny, and then starvation felt good. You know, going to bed hungry. Then alcohol was the last thing because my real drug of choice was success. I thought that if I could become rich and famous, that this hole inside of me would be filled up. Because I never felt like you guys. I never felt normal. I felt I had these big, dark, secret.
You got the wrong room.
We are really fucked up.
Jimmy, you want to
That's the
explain?
thing. When you find out that everybody's fucked up.
Exactly.
You know,
yeah.
that's what saved me. Is like that's why the organization's called No Kidding Me Too, because we're all crazy. We are the rule.
Nothing felt better than because years ago I went through like anxiety attacks that were ridiculous, just paralyzing. And then you talk to somebody else that had them, and they describe exactly what you're going through, and for some dumb reason, you're like, that makes me feel better. Why? Because somebody else felt miserable?
Yeah, no, because
it's this
you're not alone. You feel like you can do it.
Right.
That's why I'll give him back. You feel like you can make it. These kids, they're in the projects. They're feeling like they're never going to get out. You know, what are they going to turn to? What are their options? The military, selling drugs? What are their options? I had no options, and I was able to take, really deficits against me and turn them into something because I took a chance. I listened to the music inside of me. What's that poem about, quiet, go through life with quiet desperation?
Sure. Jimmy knows the next line. Jimmy.
Do you know who you're sitting with, Joey?
Yes.
You think
sitting
you're
next to
poetry?
we're real low self-esteem idiots, believe me. You're sitting next to a pile of man tits and self-hatred.
I do.
I definitely get it.
I feel at home here,
And I suffered from irritable depression there, Joey, so I understand the depression thing.
I have
a lot of that
irritable
shit.
bowel movement depression.
It's
We got a lot of that
depressing.
depression in our family there. It's a pain in the ass to deal with on so many fucking levels.
Yeah, because it affects everybody.
Everybody.
You know,
that's where you get Joey's.
Everybody.
And that's where Joey's foundation comes in. No Kidding Me Too. So when you're talking to your buddies, your friends, your family about,
I got a
I'm
question.
not feeling so good.
I got a question
they say
about
to
the
you, hey,
foundation.
no kidding, me too.
I got a question about that. How do you spell the two? T-W-O-T-O or
Doesn't matter.
T-T-O-O?
We'll get you there. If you go,
Really?
Go online right now.
That's smart.
See the Harrison Ford commercial. We're making commercials.